I thought you guys would be up there. You just didn't want to go, or
No, I wanted to go.
they didn't want to go.
You think you get a B- for this?
Yeah, possibly.
All right. Take 3. Action.
I did my presentation over Alzheimer's disease, and it is a disease that affects millions of people today. Alzheimer's disease is the most common cause of dementia, which is in regards to memory loss and how you behave and think. This changes the lives of millions of people each year and how they've used their everyday life. And there is no cure as of right now to how Alzheimer's disease is, but we do know a good deal of knowledge about Alzheimer's disease. In most cases, Alzheimer's disease is seen as a late onset disease, which means that people get the symptoms around the age of 60. With these symptoms coming, there is little issue with their memory and how they do that. Usually signs of cognitive loss are showing around this time, and in regards to cognitive loss, I'm meaning like new knowledge is not able to be easily obtained and or remembered. Some examples of why Alzheimer's disease is not good is you forget to pay bills sometimes, how your personality changes, you get lost easily, and you have poor judgment. As Alzheimer's disease worsens, it also worsens your ability to remember things and also how your cognitive mind is evident. Alzheimer's disease is normally diagnosed in the early stages of the disease. As the disease increases to a moderate severity, there is a loss in the control of how the person uses language and how they're known for controlling reasoning. As of right now, we know that damages to the sensory nerve process and conscious thought are shown and that kind of stuff. As memory continues to linger away, people with Alzheimer's disease begin to lose their thought of who is their family, who's their friends. They really don't recognize them. Someone with Alzheimer's disease could have a newborn grandchild and not even recognize them. And also, with this disease at this stage, it is hard to perform simple tasks and that kind of stuff. During the severe stage, a person no longer can communicate and they must rely on people to survive. At this point, the body is basically shutting down and due to plaques and tangles in the brain. Basically, at this stage, it's like someone's deleting files off a computer and they cannot be recovered. There's much curiosity surrounding Alzheimer's disease and how it forms, but there is no sole cause. Some experts believe that high fat diets could be a possible cause of Alzheimer's disease, and some believe that a new study shows that inorganic compounds could be a reason for Alzheimer's disease forming. Inorganic compounds are present in drinking water that we get from our copper pipes. Basically, these copper pipes are having supplements come off of them, basically molecules to go and form with water. When we drink the water, it is harmful to our brain because in water we have compounds and many molecules that help to keep the brain growing and functioning properly. Water is basically a necessity to plaques in the brain, which shuts down our cognitive aspects. The copper particles and the pipes attach, like I've already said, to the water which we consume, and this is what people think leads to Alzheimer's disease. As of right now, the likelihood of finding a cure is slim to none. Categories that we focus on basically are right now just to slow down the process, mental health, controlling behavior, that kind of stuff. There's 4 different kinds of medication for Alzheimer's disease. to treat it. Ancept, Exelon, Razidine are for the lower to medium severity syndromes or symptoms, and Namenda is for the severe symptoms. These do not help to prevent the process of Alzheimer's disease, but they do lead to help maintain speaking, thinking, memory, and behavior. Basically, Alzheimer's disease is a complex disease that we're probably not going to find a cure anytime soon for. But with proper experimentation, we could possibly lead to find more of cures for the disease or even slow it down. But as of right now, we're still looking for a cure, and that's it.
Any
That was
questions? Any questions?
That was terrible.
This was a little. Oh, this wasn't the yapper. Where's the
She
yapper?
went upstairs.
Yeah, we probably should have thought about that before we started. I didn't even think.
I did a 5 minute talk.